Lesson 6, the last in our course, but hopefully the beginning of your yoga journey. What you've learned is just the foundations, and the foundations hopefully that you can build on and continue your yoga journey. Today we're going to start with Adho Mukha Svanasana, dog pose on the breath. So we'll be starting kneeling down towards the back of your mat, so when you take your arms forward, your hands stay on the mat. Now you're going to come up, bring the shoulders over your hands, turn the toes under, lift the hips, straighten the legs, and draw the weight back towards the legs. Now you're going to bend the knees, turn the feet flat, take the buttocks down, and reach the arms forward. Come up, bring the shoulders over the hands, turn the toes under, press back from the arms, extend back, push the fronts of the legs back, the knees back, the heels down, and bend the knees, feet flat. Keep the arms reaching forward, bring the buttocks down to where you can. Inhale up, turn the toes, exhale back. Shins back, thighs back. Now let the chest come towards the legs and bend the knees. And again, buttocks down. Let the thighs go down, the shins go down, and then rest the head. One more time. Inhale up, turn the toes, exhale, push the knees back, push the thighs back, push the shins back. Try and bring more of your weight into the legs and away from the arms. Take your chest towards the legs, keeping the arms straight. And now bend the knees and sit just on the feet for a moment. So let's get straight into the standing poses. And they're all poses that we've kind of done before. So we'll be running through them a little more today with a bit more of a flow to it, a little less instruction, a little less stopping and looking. Start in Tadasana. Press the knees back, bring the weight back into the heels. Raise the chest forward, take the shoulders back. Keep the head straight, eyes looking straight ahead. Extend down into the fingers. Utthita Trikonasana, hands to the chest, jump the feet apart. Turn the right leg out. Keep the legs a leg length apart, arms straight, legs straight. Take the right hand down for Trikonasana. Extend the left arm up, left shoulder up. Keep the outside edge of the left foot to the floor. Now turn the right waist, right chest forward and extend the top arm up. Breathe, keep the breath through the nose. Press into the feet and come up. Turn the feet to the center, turn the left leg out. Lift the chest, roll the shoulders down at the back. Trikonasana, left hand down to the shin. Keep the head and the shoulders back so the buttocks comes forward, head and shoulders lean back, and extend the top arm up. Keep the outside edge of the right foot hard down on the floor. Turn the left chest forward, but keep the head a little back, chin away from the chest. Breathe. Press into the feet. Come up. Turn to the center, extend the arms, jump the feet back. Tadasana. Roll the shoulders back. Lift the chest up. Again, Trikonasana. Arms up, jump. Turn to the right side. Right leg, turn out. Take the right arm out, reach out, hand to the shin, top arm up, roll the top shoulder back, keep the head back, extend the top arm up, turn the head to look up. Press into the feet. Turn to the center. Lift the chest. Turn the left leg out, heel forward, foot out. Left leg straight, right leg straight. Left hand down. Turn the left chest to the front. Take the head a little back. Extend the top arm up. Turn the head to look up. Breathe. Press into the feet. Come up. Turn to the center. Extend the arms. Jump the feet back. Tadasana. Feet together. We're going to Parsvakonasana. Wider distance, jump the feet. Arms up, bend the knees, jump. If you need to, we've already looked at stepping the feet apart, so if you're working that way, just continue to step the feet rather than jump. Turn to the right side. Bend the right leg. Take the right hand on the outside of the knee. Top arm up. Back leg straight. Release the right buttock down. Turn to look up. Now take the arm halfway down over the head, but turn the head to look up to the ceiling. Now from the back heel, right through the fingertips of the top arm, extend. Turn your right chest forward. Press into the feet, come up. Turn to the center. Turn the left leg out, right from the top of the thigh, rotate. Bend the left leg so you sink the thigh down. Left hand to the floor on the outside of the knee. Top arm up. Drop the left buttock down. Turn the palm to face the floor and then bring that right arm over the head, just halfway down. Turn the head to look up. Now extend from the outer right foot right through to the fingertips of the right hand. Turn the chest, the trunk to look up under the arm to the ceiling. Press and come up. Turn, jump the feet back. Tadasana. Breath soft, breath quiet. Again, Parsvakonasana. Jump. Turn to the right. Bend the right leg. Right hand down. Turn the chest to look up. Take the arm over the ear. Turn the head to look up. Extend into the fingers of the top arm. Press into the feet. Come up. Turn the right leg in. Turn the left leg out. Lift the chest. Bend the left leg. Left hand down on the outside of the knee. Turn the left knee back to touch the arm. Extend the top arm up. Turn the arm at the shoulder and bring the arm halfway over the head. Turn the head to look up under the arm. Breathe. Press into the feet and come up. Turn, jump the feet back. Tadasana. Let the breath soften. Let the face quieten. So keep your breath through the nose. Let your tongue sit more to the back of the mouth. Release your jaw till you feel that everything starts to just become a little softer again, the breath quieter, the breath more steady. Virabhadrasana 2. Arms up, jump the feet apart. Turn to the right side. Turn the right leg out completely. Extend into the arms. Now just to remember here, keep this left shoulder and left hip in line as you bend. So these two sides of the trunk remain parallel to each other. Bend. Now extend the arms. Bend the right leg. Keep the trunk in the middle. Turn to look along the front arm. Press into the feet to come up. Keep the arms up and keep the chest lifted to keep the arms up. Turn the legs to the left side. So this left side of your chest, trunk, waist, keep it upright. Now bend the left thigh down. Turn to look along the front arm. Descend the left thigh. Breathe. Chest up, shoulders down. Press into the feet, come up, turn to the center, jump the feet back. Tadasana. Step the feet hip width apart, hands to the thighs. Reach, let the hands go down onto the shins, keeping the legs straight, and release the head and the neck. Keep your weight over the arch of the foot. So stand, take your hips a little forward. So you're really leaning over the arch of the foot. Press into the feet, come up. Tadasana. So you notice today we're kind of moving through the poses. We've kind of in a way learnt enough about these first group of poses to be able to just kind of move through them now. So that's a little bit what we're doing in this final lesson. Virabhadrasana 1, arms up, jump the feet apart. Take the arms up, shoulder width apart. Now we're starting with the back foot, turn the back foot in, the left foot in, then turn the right foot out. And then lift that back heel a little bit and then turn the back hip around. Raise the chest up. Bend the right leg, again making that square shape, the shin, the thigh. And then extend the arms up. The back leg remains straight. Breathe. And come up. This time we're going to keep the arms up, turn the right foot in, turn the left leg out, lift the right heel to turn the outer right hip around. Lift the sides of the chest, bend the right leg, descend the left thigh down, all the way down, bring that thigh parallel to the floor, the buttock down to the level of the knee, back leg straight, the knee up, the shin up, the thigh up. Then lift the sides of the chest up. Press into the feet. Turn to the center. Jump the feet back. Tadasana. Now we're going to go to Vrikshasana, Ardha Chandrasana. Both these balancing poses that we've been having a little look at. So you're going to shift the weight a little to the left side, and you're going to bend up the right foot. Take the foot just on the bottom of the shin. Bring the foot up as high as you can. Press the foot against the right foot against the left leg. Keep your eyes steady on one point, and try and feel that your bottom foot stays steady, the four corners of the feet down, arms to the side, eyes steady. Now take the arms up, lift the sides of the chest up, and then bring the arms down, release the foot, come back to Tadasana. Close the eyes for a moment. Find the four corners of your feet, inner heel, outer heel, big toe base, little toe base. Now we're going to go to the other side, so lean a little to the right. That allows you to take the left foot off the floor. Then hold, bring the foot up, place the foot against this right leg, and this right leg has to push back. So you're bringing this leg towards the foot, this foot towards the leg. Heels facing up, toes are facing down. Find the four corners of that one right foot now. Keep your eyes steady. Take the arms up, the side chest up. Big toe base of the right foot down, the heel down, so that standing foot, really try and keep it steady. Keep your awareness in that foot. Lift the chest. Release the arms. And back to Tadasana. Now we're going to Ardha Chandrasana. Take the hands to the chest, jump the feet apart. Turn to the right side. I'm just going to move a little back on my mat so I stay in frame.
I'll just actually come off the mat so I don't slip. Trikonasana. Top hand to the hip. Bend the front leg. Now, remember there's two things here. You hop the back foot in and then take the right hand a good distance forward, about a foot, foot and a half forward of the right foot. Lean forward. Now lift the left leg, straighten it. Lift the left leg, keeping it straight. Lift the inner left leg higher. Now to your capacity, see if you can also straighten the bottom leg, the right leg. Now going a little further, take the top arm up. Extend the arm up. Keep your eyes steady at the moment on the floor. And if you feel okay, steady there, then you can turn the head first just forward and then turn the head to look up. Bend the leg, step back to Trikonasana, hand on the shin, open the chest, press into the feet and come up. Let's come back to the center. We'll go to the left side. Hand to the shin, Trikonasana. Top hand down to the waist. Turn the head to look down. Bend the left leg. Now you're hopping right foot in. Take the left hand a good distance forward, little toe side of the foot. Then lean forward towards that hand. Keeping the left foot steady, raise the right leg up. Straighten the right leg, lift it up. Straighten the right leg and lift it up. Now to your capacity, if you can also straighten the left leg. Keep extending through the inner back leg. Turn the shoulders. Take the top arm up. If you're steady, turn the head to look forward. If you're still there, you can go further to the pose and then turn the head to look all the way up. Now bend the bottom leg, step down, step all the way back. So you're going to come back to Trikonasana. Turn to the front, turn the chest, extend the top arm up. Press into the feet, come up. Turn to the center, jump or step the feet back together. Tadasana. Now we're going to Paravita Trikonasana. We're just doing the preliminary stage of this pose in this first part of the course. Jump the feet apart. Now you're going to turn the back foot in to begin and then turn the front leg out. Now we're going to take this back hand across and down, keeping the legs straight and come up. So this is just the beginning really of this pose, not the full pose yet, but a good place to begin learning the pose. Keep the legs straight. Swing that left arm across. Touch the shin. Come up. Swing across. Touch the shin. Come up. Remember this back leg, really important, this back heel pressing down to the floor. Two more. Go down. Touch. Come up. Back heel, back leg. Heel to the floor. Back leg firm, straight. Go down. Touch, come up, turn to the center, turn to the left side. Now you're going to take this arm, this back arm, right arm down and across, touch, come up. Go down, touch, come up. Go down, touch, come up. This front arm, you don't have to think about that too much. It will just kind of move where it needs to go to. So it's just really the back arm as you swing, you come across, you touch, you come up. One more. Go down, touch, and come up. Turn the feet to the center, raise the chest, jump the feet back. Tadasana. Lift the chest, roll the shoulders back. Stand down evenly through the back of the heels. Lengthen the arch of the foot forward to the toes. Roll the shoulders back. Lift the chest up. Keep the head straight, eyes straight. Pajvottanasana. Take the arms up. jump the feet apart. Now we're going to take the arms just to hold them at the elbows today. I'll just turn around so you can see that action. So you're going to take hold of one elbow, take hold of the other elbows, and just hold the elbows this way. You're going to turn to the right side, and lift the chest up. So we've turned, to just explain here, we have turned the hips all the way around to face sideways. Chest up. Go down, keeping both legs straight. Particularly the back leg, keep the knee firm, the shin firm, by pushing back into that heel of the back foot. Move the chest forward and see if you can bring your trunk a little lower. Keeping the legs straight, see if you can go a little lower, but still look forward. Press into the feet, come up. Same side, lift the chest, shoulders back. Keep the front of the body, so from the navel to the collarbones long, go forward, just to where you can hold. If you can go a little lower, go a little lower. Keep trying to move the chest forward as you go down. Chest forward, and press into the feet and come up. Turn to the center. Now we're going to turn the right foot in, turn the left leg out, and then just lift that back heel to turn so the hips again are facing sideways. Lift the chest so the legs stay straight, and just at the hips you take the trunk forward. So the legs haven't moved, ideally they've stayed straight, and you go down and you're going over that left leg. You're taking the trunk over the left leg, still look forward, eyes forward, chest forward, press and come up. Shoulders back. One more time, go forward, go forward, go forward, go forward, go forward, go forward. Press into the feet and come up. Turn to the center. Extend the arms and jump the feet back. Now one thing I'm just going to mention, some of these poses, I'm not taking them to their final stages yet. And as you progress with yoga, sometimes we'll introduce a pose, but we won't go to the final stages of it. So even though some of these poses, there's still, if you like, further you can go, even the poses we're doing. But we're just doing to an appropriate level for this kind of beginner's course. Now we're going to Prasarita Padottanasana. Take the hands to the chest, jump the feet apart. This is the widest, we've looked at this pose right through the course, and it's the widest distance of the legs. They should feel like they are really causing your legs to really spread, but not to the point where you're starting to almost slip and kind of go too wide. And it will vary on your height, the length of your legs, to find that sense of being quite wide, but not so much that you're slipping out. Take the hands to the waist. Lift the chest. Exhale, go forward, look forward, chest forward. Take the fingers, tips down to the floor, eyes forward, chest forward. Take the hands to the hips, press, and come up. So just to show you a little bit where we're just working the preliminary part of this pose, we're going forward, we're taking the fingertips just to the floor. If you were to progress this pose, and not so much in this course, but if you are going further with this pose, what you do is you actually walk the hands back and you would release the head down towards the floor that way. So that's kind of just seeing that some of these poses actually have a further stage to go to. Hands to the hips, press and come up. Step the feet back to Tadasana. Now last time, Tadasana. Press the heels down, toes forward, roll the shoulders back. Arms extending down past the fingers, head straight, eyes straight. Breath through the nose. And release. So we're going to go to some sitting poses now. I'm going to fold the blanket in 3. You can have 2 blankets if you know you need a little bit more height after you've done these poses. I'm going to show you from the back first, Virasana. So I'm taking the blanket. I'm going to sit on that with my buttocks. Feet are at either side of the blanket. You take your hands behind your calves and you sit back. So feet are to the side, buttocks is down. If your buttocks isn't down, another blanket, just more height. You can just keep building that height up until you find a height that you can sit with the feet that way. So from the front, I take the calves to the side and I sit the buttocks down. So your feet should be straight back. Take the hands on the thighs, raise the chest. Now Virasana, this pose is actually a really good pose after standing pose. It's a really good way to kind of rest the legs. It releases them after that kind of standing pose work. Also a good pose if you've been on your feet all day or did a lot of walking or running, anything like that. This is a really good pose to rest the legs. Raise the chest up, interlock the fingers, extend them away. Take the arms up, elbows straight. Lift the sides of the chest up. Bring the arms down. Change the interlock of the fingers. Extend them away. Squeeze the elbows in. Take the arms up. Lift the sides of the chest up. Squeeze the elbows towards each other. Push the chest forward and release. Hands to the thighs. Now we're just going to do a simple twist here. You're going to take the left hand across the right knee. Take the right hand behind. And you're going to turn your chest, your trunk to the side. Lift the chest up and then exhale, turn your shoulders. And then come back to the center. So what we're doing, we're trying to take this plane of the body, the front plane of the body, and turn it from the front essentially to the side. You take your right hand across, left hand behind, lift the chest, and then exhale, turn your shoulders. So you're looking to the side, your chest looking to the side, your shoulders turn to the side. And when you're in the pose, the way to turn is to inhale, lift up, and then exhale. On the exhalation, you turn. So let's do that one more time. Inhale, lift, exhale, turn. And release back to the center. Take both the legs forward to what we call Dandasana. Legs straight. Now you're going to push your heels away. And we're just going to today be on the fingertips, still sitting on that height, lifting the chest up, pressing the backs of the legs to the floor. Take the back ribs in. Now just to really make you work the spine, take your arms to the side. That means you have to really bring the back of the pelvis in, the back body in. Now take the arms up. So press the thighs down, bring the spine forward, lift the chest up. So just have a quick look from the side. That makes a lot more sense when you're looking at it sideways. So what we need to do is make sure that this back body comes in. So we can use the hands in Dandasana this way. And then when we take the arms to the side, we have to really bring the back ribs in. So one more time, take the arms up, press the thighs down, lift the sides of the chest up, and then release the arms to the side. Now we're going to go to, it's really a pose we call, it's a preparation for Gomukhasana. So I'm going to take the right leg across, so the right thigh comes, and I've got the left leg out to the side. Right thigh to knee forward. Take the other leg, the left leg across, and place it on top. So not exactly, but your thighs are almost both running on top of each other to the front. Take the hands to the side and lift your chest up. Roll your shoulders back. And now change legs, release both legs. We bring the left leg in first, just take the right leg to the side. Leg across, other leg across, and then hands to the side. Now all these sitting poses, if you find them difficult and you really, the hips are stiff, firstly just use more height. Try extra blankets, extra height. The higher you sit in the beginning, the more essentially access you'll get to some of these poses. And the other thing to remember with these poses is sit on the floor a bit more. Just that you can just do a couple of these poses every day and you'll quickly notice that you start to get some give. Because we sit in chairs and cars and all those things, we end up very stiff in the hips and the groin. So these poses are really good for kind of countering that stiffness. Now extend both legs forward again, Dandasana. And we're going to do Baddha Konasana. So I'm still sitting on that blanket, and you could be, again, taking higher. Now bring your feet towards you, so as much as you can to take the hands behind. And I'm using my hands to kind of really push off. And if you're on a lot of height, like if you're sitting on 3 blankets or something higher, you might need to put something under the hands so you can reach the floor. Lift your chest up. Let your legs lengthen out from what we call the groin to the knee. Your pubic bone, which is at the front, come forward, chest forward, shoulders back. Take your back ribs in. Now we're going to do one more thing here. We're going to take hold of the feet. Hands, just kind of tuck them, the little finger under the little toe, and lift the chest. Eyes straight. Bring your back ribs in, bring your shoulder blades in to lift the chest up. Breathe through the nose. And now release both legs out wide, what we call Upavistha Konasana. Extend the legs out wide, hands behind, lift the chest up. So we looked at this similar pose, Dandasana, from the side, but same principle here. The back waist in, the back ribs in. Now arms to the side, lift the chest up, press the legs down, press the knees, press the shins down. Now take the arms up, and to lift the chest, you have to really bring the back waist in, bring the back ribs in, and then release. One more pose here, crossing the legs, we call swastikasana, or simple cross leg. Cross the legs right at the shin, so the feet are almost out under the knees. And what you're going to do is you're going to walk your hands forward to your capacity. So you walk forward, and then you can release the head down. Walk back. Release the legs. Bring the other leg in first. Really cross it under the thigh, then the other foot, cross it under the thigh. So you can see the feet, really from the top, I can't really see the feet because they're crossed under the thighs. Then you walk forward, and you might just get a little bit forward. As you go a little forward, you go further. Walk the hands back. And one more time, Dandasana, release the legs forward. Now we're going to turn the fingers to face forward. If you're on a lot of height, you'll find it a bit harder to get the hands down. But again, raise the chest, roll the shoulders back, press the heels away, and take your back ribs in. Dandasana. And release. Now we're going to set up for shoulder stand. So I'm going to go and get the equipment we need for shoulder stand. I'm using 4 blankets, a chair, a belt, and we've kind of had a look at it for a couple of weeks, so it's not brand new, but we'll go through the setup and you'll have a bit of a chance to look at it. But again, today, it's nothing new, it's just really running through some of these poses. So I'm going to go get my equipment for shoulder stand, and we'll be back. We're up to shoulder stand, and just something I'll kind of mention here, and the difference between learning these things essentially, online or watching them, and the difference between being in a class. When you've got it in a class, as a teacher, a lot of our teaching and where we go and what we do comes from what we see. So we might see a class and we really realise, okay, this is the information they need now. And when I'm teaching here, it's harder to do that. So I really would recommend, if this is all you can get to, great. This is a great way to help your practice and practice things. But if you're really keen to learn yoga, really good idea to get to a class so you can have a teacher watch you and guide you. And it's a really important process in yoga, that teacher and student relationship, which, while this is okay, it does lack that chance for me to see you as a student and be able to give you adjustments, direct things, what you need precisely. Shoulder stand today, we've had a look at it for 3 weeks. This is the 3rd week, so I'm very quickly going to demonstrate it, just to give you a quick reminder. So watch the demonstration, and then I'm going to just talk you through it, because you won't be able to see me at all. So a belt in a loop as wide as your shoulder tips. I've got 4 blankets, neatly stacked, so they've got neat edges there, and I've got a chair for the feet. I'll put the belt on one arm, lie back. If you need, I didn't got it here, but you can put a bolster under your buttocks if you have trouble getting up. Reach the arms back, so your arms are straight, so I know the chair's in the right place. Then the arms go back this way. I roll up. I take the feet onto the chair, and I'm just going to tuck the shoulders a little under. Then I take the belt on both arms, both elbows, push the elbows to the floor. I'm going to take my hands on the skin of my back. It just helps me to get a good grip. Back ribs are in, so you're in this position. Take one leg up. You can repeat that. That might be the stage you stay at, or those who can go further, you'll be taking both legs up. So you'll be in shoulder stand this way. Or here, back at this stage, or even back at this stage. So I'm going to come down, and you're going to go up, and I'm going to talk you through it. So lie on your mat with your shoulders 2 inches, 3 inches from the edge of the blanket. Take your arms back, measure the distance of the chair, so the chair should reach with your arms stretched. That's how far the chair needs to be away. Then take your arms back towards your, back onto the blanket. Roll your legs over to the chair and just wait a moment there. Just tuck your shoulders slightly back from the chair. Put your belt on both elbows. Press the elbows down. Take one leg up. See if you're steady there. Bring that leg down. Take the other leg up. Now both legs remain straight. Bring that leg down. Now if you're going further, we'll go both legs up now. Take one leg up. Take the other leg up if you're steady, or just stay back with one foot on the chair. Now with your hands on your back, lift your back ribs up. Press the elbows down. Keep your legs straight, so extend up through the legs. Weight back into the elbows. Press the upper arms to the floor. Lift the sides of the chest up. Squeeze the buttocks into the body, and then lean the legs a little back towards the elbows. Bring one foot to the chair. Bring the other foot to the chair. Again, lift your back ribs up. Now lift the thighs up, lift the knees up. Breathe. Now undo your belts. And then roll yourself back and down. And then wait there a moment. Now bring your shoulders over onto the floor, towards the head side. And wait there. So really, shoulder stand, it's a pose where you can't really watch and do at the same time. So it's really good to go back through the 3 weeks we've been looking at this pose and just go through each one and have a look, do it again, have a look, do it again. And over time, you're going to start to build up your stamina. So the first time you do, you might stay 30 seconds. But if you repeat it a few times, suddenly a minute seems okay. You repeat it a few more times, suddenly you're there for 2-3 minutes. And you want to kind of build up those times. You want to get to a point where you're even up there for 5, 7, 8 minutes. But that takes quite a bit of time to build up that stamina, because you want to do this pose in a correct way. You want to have your shoulders supporting and your neck in a kind of neutral position, so you're not going to hurt yourself. If you've got neck issues, don't do this pose without the guidance of a good teacher. If you've got issues with your eyes, also don't do it without guidance of a teacher. So it is a pose that is really important. If you have kind of worries about it, it's best to have a teacher to help you go through it. Now we're going to finish off. I'm going to get you to come up, and we're going to finish off in Shavasana. We've done this pose right every class from the beginning. So you're going to remove your equipment to the side. Now we're going to just use one blanket.
Let's start the introduction from when you're in front.
Okay.
Just take these a little.
Oh, yeah. And that will be in that camera. So right from the very first class, we started looking at Shavasana. So it's not a new pose at this stage. And if you've done the previous 5 classes, you already, I've explained a lot of things about it, giving lots of different things. I'll very quickly go through the setup again. A blanket, neat edge towards where your head and shoulders are going to be, and folded. I've just taken one blanket, folded in half, but you can use more height if you need. Then you're going to lie on your back with your knees bent, and lie down onto your elbows. And then you're going to just lay your back out so you're straight and your head rests on the blanket. One leg you're going to take out, the other leg you're going to take out, and my feet are a little bit wider than my hips, and you can see the feet have rolled out to the side. Then your arms are going to rest out to the side. You can see where they are. They're not up here level with the shoulders. They're not tucked in close to the body. They're somewhere almost like halfway between those 2 points. Palms facing up. My head is ideally looking straight up to the ceiling, so I'm not tilting the head, and you'll be there with your eyes closed. To come up, you'll bend the knees, you'll bring your hands then to your abdomen, and you'll roll over to the side. So I'll get you to do it now. I'm going to just guide you through that. Put your blanket at the top edge of your mat. Neat edge towards your neck. Then sit in front of that. Sit on your buttocks. Put your legs out so your feet are on the floor. Now you're going to lie back until your head rests on the blanket and the blanket comes right up to the edge of your shoulders. Then take one leg out, extend it out. Take the other leg out, extend it out. And let your feet roll out to the side. Now I showed you where the arms go, so take the arms out, palms facing up. So your hands should be off the mat. Just check that your head is straight, so your eyes are looking straight up to the ceiling, not rolling or tilting to one side. And now close your eyes. So it's important in Shavasana to set the body up so it's straight. It's really important. So don't ever do it just half-heartedly. Really just take a moment, takes a minute, just to make sure you're lying straight, that your legs are both evenly to one side, that your arms are both even to one side. keeping your eyes closed now. So sometimes you have to watch the eyes. For some of you, the eyes will kind of keep wanting to stay open. So you just got to stay with them, make sure they stay shut. Now let your whole body as if just release down or drop into the floor. Your whole body is completely supported now. So if you let it, it is able to let go. It can release down, everything's supported. So you can actually let go of all the kind of muscles, all the joints, and allow the body to come to that rested state. Soften your hands, soften your feet. So your fingers feel soft, your ankles are soft, and there's nowhere that you're kind of holding or gripping. Feel the weight of your legs release down to the floor. Around your abdomen and navel, let go, release down. So that whole area of the abdomen, the navel, it's really important that that area becomes soft in Shavasana. Let your hands release and become soft. Your arms release down away from the shoulders. Let your head just really let your head drop into the blanket. Let your whole body as if sink a little further down, as if almost going into the floor. Now bring your attention to your face, your head, and what we call the sensory organs. So firstly, right at your back teeth, release your lower jaw away from your upper jaw. Let the tongue soften quietly back in the mouth. Let the outer corners of your mouth soften. The skin between your eyebrows, let it soften and spread to the side. Release the skin over your cheeks. Release the skin around the temples. And now your eyes. Eyes are really important in Shavasana. It's important that they quieten. And when we say quieten the eyes, what we mean is for the eyes to soften, the eyes to become more passive. And they do that when they rest a little bit further back in the eye sockets. So you almost have to feel that you're going to let your eyes sink back into the skull, become quiet. Almost that you're going to be looking out through the back of your skull. And in the same way that your eyes want to ideally come a little back into the skull, you want your ears also to as if draw deeper in towards the center of the skull. So it's like you're withdrawing the eyes and the ears from that outer world and turning their attention inward. So suddenly the breath becomes more relevant, more kind of clear to you. Smooth inhalation, smooth, soft exhalation. Just observe your breath now for a few cycles. Watch the inhalation, watch the exhalation. And if you keep watching your breath, notice the breath starts to slow down a bit. It changes its rhythm, its pace. If you're watching it, it becomes slower, quieter. And because we're just lying flat in Shavasana, you don't need to breathe quickly, you don't need to breathe deeply. Your breath can just be quite soft and gentle. That's all the breath you really need in Shavasana. And it's important your breath slows down, quietens down, because that also will help your mind become a bit quieter. And that's really what we're aiming for, not only in Shavasana but in yoga in general, is for you to become a bit more quiet, the mind a little more quiet. So if you still watch the breath, gently in, gently out, you'll notice the breath start to slow down, the breath will quieten. And once the breath becomes slower, steadier, quieter, then you get a chance for the mind to also start to slow down. And when we say slow down, what we're really meaning is for that flow of thoughts to slow down. Because the mind, the human mind, very quickly jumps from one thought to the next thought. So it's always kind of moving fast from one thing to the next, from the future to the past. And what we want to do in yoga and in Shavasana particularly is stop the mind moving forward into the future or back into the past. We want to just keep it in the present. So if you follow the breath, that's keeping the mind in the present. If you let go of thoughts when you start to think about something, you're also kind of stopping your mind moving forward or back, and you're keeping it in the present. And gradually you start to watch the mind, and if you keep practicing and practicing and practicing, you start to notice that your mind can slow down, even if it's just for a little bit, and you just notice those little quiet moments between all the thoughts, and you become more familiar with those quiet moments, and then you start to prolong those quiet moments, and then you gradually start to get towards that feeling of being quiet in Shavasana. So it's a chance for the mind to rest Shavasana. It's like having, I often describe like a mini holiday, that feeling if you go away for a long time and then you come back and your mind, you're in a good space, everything seems quite good, you're quite relaxed. Ideally, Shavasana has that effect. It slows you down, it stops you thinking. So again, just watching your breath gently in, gently out. Let your mind gradually become quieter. As your thought comes in, just let it pass out. Don't start to process it. Find those moments of quiet and let them become a little longer. So you also start to watch your mind instead of just being caught up in it the whole time. You're starting to see how much it moves about, and you're not reacting to every thought that comes in. Smooth, soft inhalation, smooth, soft exhalation. Now we're going to begin to come up, take a slightly deeper inhalation, and then just slowly bend one leg up, place the foot on the floor. Bend the other leg up, place the foot on the floor. Bring one hand up, rest it on your abdomen. Bring the other hand up, rest it on your abdomen. Now let your eyes very slowly open, just like you've been asleep for a long time and you reluctantly let the eyes open. Still keep them soft even as they open. And then roll over onto your right side. Rest your head on your right forearm so the head doesn't drop down. Bring your left shoulder all the way on top of your right. And take a moment there. And now come up to sitting. So that's the end of our 6-week course, and we only can really get to a small amount of the things that we could possibly do, but it's some of the basics, and hopefully some of the basics in a way that you can kind of build from those. And yoga continues on, and there's so much more to it from the start, but a good foundation is a really important part of it. So the more you have a good sense of the foundation poses, a good understanding of those, they really carry you right through. Some of the things you learn in beginners apply right in the most advanced postures. So really important is a solid foundation of beginner work or foundation work to really set you up for your yoga journey. So I hope you all have learnt something in this course, and I hope you all can continue on with your yoga, because it's really is a wonderful thing, and you'll all benefit a lot from practicing yoga. Thank you. Congratulations, that's the course finished. So hopefully now you've got a good foundation to build on. One thing I'd really recommend, get yourself, if you can, to a class so you can be in front of a teacher, because it's such a vast subject, yoga. There's so much to give and so much to learn that developing that kind of relationship with a teacher long term is really important in the journey of yoga.